4 a.m. exists for people like me who can't let things be, who replay and reconsider and run the conversations back, who find the flaw in the argument 2 months after the fact. I know this hour from the inside. I know its particular quality of dark, the way it's different from 2 a.m. and different again from the first light that starts. I've named the different darknesses by now. I know which one belongs to what kind of thought. 4 a.m. is the one that sits with everything you've lost and counts the cost. There's an hour that belongs to the broken, between too late to sleep and too early to try. There's an hour that belongs to the broken, and I've been living there most nights since July. I've made a kind of home in it, not comfortable but known. There's an hour that belongs to the broken, and for now it's where I go. I've met other people who know this hour. They recognize each other in the references. The way you mention 4 a.m. and someone nods, not explaining, just the shared experience. We're a specific kind of tired, those of us who spend enough nights in the between. Too far past sleep to hope for it, too far from morning for the light to seem like anything more than eventual, like something that will come if you just wait. But the wait at 4 a.m. is its own particular animal, and I know its weight. I've named the different darknesses by now. I know which one belongs to what kind of thought. 4 a.m. is the one that sits with everything you've lost and counts the cost. There's an hour that belongs to the broken, between too late to sleep and too early to try. There's an hour that belongs to the broken, and I've been living there. I've started making small things to do at 4 a.m. A specific playlist, a specific kind of tea, not to fix the hour but to give it a shape, so it doesn't feel like just surviving until 3. Wait, I mean 5. Until 5, until the light. The language gets confused at 4 a.m., but the intention is clear enough. I'm waiting for the broken hour to end. Welcome home. 4 a.m. This is home for now. For now. For now. I used to have a favorite song before your playlist took over mine. I used to have a favorite place for our place became the only kind. I used to know exactly what I wanted for dinner, for the weekend, for my life. And slowly, quietly, without noticing, I traded all of that for being right beside you. And I don't blame you for it, I handed it all over willingly. But now I'm standing in a room full of my things, and none of them feel like me. I forgot what I liked before you, I forgot what I did on a Saturday alone. I forgot the version of me that existed before you became the thing I built my world around. I forgot what I liked before you, and now I have to learn it all again from the beginning, like a stranger meeting themselves for the very first time. I've been asking people what their favorite things are, trying to find some echo of my own. I tried the music that I loved at 17. It sounded like someone I used to know. I tried the places that I went before we happened. I sat there waiting to feel something real, and I felt it barely, like a signal getting stronger, like a self that's trying to come back and heal. I forgot what I liked before you, I forgot what I did on a Saturday alone. I forgot the version of me that existed before you became the thing I built my world around. I forgot what I liked before you, and now I have to learn it all again from the beginning, like a stranger meeting themselves for the very first time. Maybe this is where it starts, not a comeback, just a question. What do I want when no one's watching? What do I reach for in the silence? I'm writing a list of small things, songs and foods and morning habits, building back a self in pieces, learning who I am without you in it. Learning who I am without you in it. Slowly again. I've written it out in my head 100 times. The conversation where you finally say the thing, where you sit down across from me with something real and hand me back what you took when you were leaving. I've imagined you thoughtful, I've imagined you broken, I've imagined you seeing exactly what you did. And every version ends the same way in my head, with me finally feeling like the wound can close and live. But the conversation stays imagined and the wound stays open in the meantime. And I have to decide what to do with the hurt that doesn't have a ribbon or a clean line. The apology I never got is a room I keep walking back into. The apology I never got is the unfinished sentence in everything I do. I don't weight I'm learning to carry differently now. I asked a therapist once what you do when they don't. She said some people just aren't built for accountability. Said the closure I was looking for was mine to make, not something I could wait for them to give to me. I understood the words, but it took me longer to understand the thing the words were pointing at. That I could put the case down even without verdict, that the jury doesn't have to come back. The apology I never got is a room I keep walking back into. Writing my own ending to this. I'm deciding what it means on my own. You don't get to be the one who defines how this finishes. I'm taking that part back, it's mine to own. I'll forgive myself for waiting. I'll forgive myself for wanting what was fair. And I'm closing the door on the conversation that was never gonna happen anywhere. Closing the door on my own terms. Closing the door. Wrote you a paragraph at 2 a.m. Said everything I'd been holding and stared at it for maybe 20 minutes, then deleted it again. I wonder if you would have answered. I wonder if you even think of this. I wonder if there's a version of tonight where I was brave enough to hit send. The last text I didn't send, living in my drafts like it matters. The words I measured out so carefully, that still ended up and scattered. I could have said it all, I could have laid it down. The last text I didn't send is still the loudest sound. I wrote another one at 4 a.m. Shorter this time, 2 lines. Deleted that one even faster. Some messages aren't meant to survive. The last text I didn't send, living in my drafts like it matters. The words I measured out so carefully, that still ended up and scattered. I could have said it all, I could have laid it down. The last text I didn't send is still the loudest sound. Still unread, still unsent, still yours. 3 a.m. Not tired, just loud. The kind of loud that lives inside the quiet, where the room is completely still and the noise is all mine. And I've tried the water in the window and the podcast and the playlist, and none of them are louder than the thing that lives in the silence behind my eyes. I used to fall asleep in minutes, used to barely notice the transition. Now the night is something I have to survive, 1 hour at a time, one decision. It's 3 in the morning again, and my brain won't turn off. It's 3 in the morning again, and it's always about you. Always the same thoughts in the same order, always the same ceiling in the same dark. It's 3 in the morning again, and I'm right back at the start. Always you. Always 3, always back at the start. I've read about sleep hygiene, I've tried the methods and the routines. I've done the breathing and the body scan and the visualization of peaceful scenes. And some nights it works, mostly it doesn't. Some nights the tools are smaller than the feeling, and I'm left with just the ceiling and the clock and the very particular grief of 3 a.m. revealing everything I've managed not to think about during the hours when there's enough to do. Everything I've successfully postponed until darkness, which turns out to mostly be you. I used to fall asleep in minutes, used to barely notice the transition. Now the night is something I have to survive, 1 hour at a time, one decision. It's 3 in the morning again, and my brain won't turn off. It's 3 in the morning again, and it's always about you. I've started leaving the radio on just to have something else in the room, a voice that isn't mine or memories of yours filling up the 3 a.m. gloom. It helps a little, not completely, but a little is what I'm working with right now. I'm not trying to fix the 3 a.m. I'm just trying to get to morning somehow. Always you. Always 3 a.m. Still loud, still you. Still you. Had a funny thing happen at work today. Instinct said, tell you, and then remembered the number I've been calling for 3 years is not a call I'm allowed to make in December. So I told the story to the wall instead, and the wall did what you used to never do. It didn't laugh, it didn't add to it. It just sat there the way rooms do. And I realized somewhere in that silence how much space you took up in my daily life. Not just the big things, not just the feelings, but the running commentary, the ordinary twice. Who was I talking to before I met you? Before you were the first call and the last. Who was I sending all the small things to? Before before you were the context for my whole day's cast. I've got full bars and no one to call. I've got stories with nowhere to go. Who was I talking to before I met you? I genuinely don't know anymore. I've tried calling other people with the small stuff. It feels like I'm speaking a different language now. They're kind about it, but I can tell they're waiting for the thing that makes the story matter somehow. You understood the references without explaining. You knew the names and the history and the stakes. Building that with someone takes forever, and I don't have the patience that rebuilding takes. Who was I talking to before I met you? Before you were the first call and the last. Who was I sending all the small things to before you were the context for my whole day's cast? Maybe the answer is I was talking to myself more. Maybe that's not the tragedy I think. Maybe silence has a function I forgot about. Maybe I was living on the private side of things. I'm gonna try it, sitting with the stories. Not every moment needs a destination. Maybe some things can just happen and be over without becoming someone else's narration. Without becoming someone else's, just mine. Just mine. We did everything that couples do. We just never said the word. We had our restaurants and our references, our whole vocabulary that nobody else had heard. You held my hand in public, but you never said what this was. And I never pushed because I was afraid of the answer. So we lived in this beautiful, uncertain in-between, like a song that you can feel but doesn't know what genre it's after. And everyone around us had their theories, and we smiled like we knew something they didn't. And maybe we did, or maybe we were both avoiding the part where we'd have to admit what we were living. We were almost something, almost is the word. A whole relationship that happened and was never heard. We were something in the best possible way, until almost wasn't enough and we ran out of days. I don't know what to call this when people ask me. I wasn't your girlfriend, but I wasn't nothing either. We were almost something, and almost is the hardest thing to leave behind. I went through the grief without the public acknowledgement, because we were never public in the way that counts. Nobody brought me flowers or checked in properly, because to them it was just a thing that didn't amount, but it amounted. I want that on the record. It was real whether or not it had a name. The almost love is just as hard to lose. The unnamed hurt the same. We were almost something, almost is the word. I think almost relationships deserve a ceremony, a proper ending with acknowledgement of what they were. I think we should be allowed to say it out loud, that this happened and it mattered and it hurt. So here is mine. It was real and it was good, and the fact that it was nameless doesn't shrink it. I loved you in the way that you allowed, and I'm choosing now to finally finish it. was enough. The lights go off, the room goes still, and somewhere between tired and awake, you find me again. I try to think of something else, I try to let the quiet win, but every silence has your shape, and every night lets you back in. It gets quiet, then it gets loud, your name in my chest like a storm in a cloud. I don't call, I just lie here and wait for the quiet to come back, but it's always too late. I've learned to leave the TV on, so the room doesn't sound like you. But even through the voices and the light, I still find my way to you. It gets quiet, then it gets loud, your name in my chest like a storm in a cloud. I don't call, I just lie here and wait for the quiet to come back, but it's always too late. Always too late. Always too late. I deleted the conversation this morning, held my thumb over it for a minute first, scrolled back to the beginning just to see it. The first message, something simple, just the worst. I mean the best kind of worst, the kind of starts things when you didn't know yet what it was gonna cost. I read it one last time, I let it sit there, and then I deleted it, and now it's lost. 2,000 and something messages, approximately a year and a half compressed into a thread. The jokes, the voice notes, the long honest ones at midnight, the last one sitting there still unread. I deleted the conversation, but I didn't delete the person. I deleted the evidence, but not the weight. I deleted the conversation, and my phone felt lighter for about a minute, and then my chest remembered what I couldn't erase. I deleted the conversation because I needed to stop having it available. I deleted the conversation, but the conversation was already in my memory anyway. People talk about closure like it's a thing you find at the end of a process that takes a certain time. But I've been through the process, and I've done the steps, and closure is more like choosing to stop the climb. The conversation wasn't helping me move forward. Having it there was like a door I kept reopening. I needed to close the thread to close something bigger. I needed to stop the access, stop the hoping. I deleted conversation, but I didn't delete the person. I'm keeping the things I learned from all that talking, the understanding of myself I only got from us. I'm keeping the version of me that showed up fully, the part that wasn't guarded, the part that trusted. I don't delete the lessons, only the location. I'm not erasing you, I'm changing where you live. You're in the part of me that knows itself better, not the part that waits for you to give. Not the part that waits. You live somewhere else now, somewhere quieter, somewhere I can be fine. You didn't end it, you just stopped. No conversation, no conclusion, no goodbye. One day you were there, and then you weren't, and the absence arrived before I understood why. I checked if I'd said something wrong, rewound every interaction looking for the fault. I came up with 100 possible explanations and landed on the one that hurt the most by default. Because when someone disappears without a word, the story you tell yourself is rarely kind. You become the author and the villain simultaneously in the narrative left behind. You ghosted me and left me with the haunting, where the silence shaped exactly like your presence. You ghosted me and left me with the questions that don't have answers, because you're not here to give them. I deserved a sentence, even a hard one. I deserve the respect of knowing what this was. You ghosted me and kept on living while I was stuck in the ambiguity you caused. I've heard people say ghosting is easier for everyone, that the ghost is just conflict, avoidant and afraid. I understand the human logic of it, I just refuse to make it okay. Because on the other end of someone's easy exit is a person asking why in the dark for weeks, is a person building a case against themselves, using the silence as evidence of what it means. You ghosted me and left me with the haunting. I'm gonna let this go eventually, I know that's how this ends. I stop waiting, I move on. I'm gonna get to the other side of the unanswered, and it's gonna mean something that I carried on. You posted a story at 8:45, which means you're fine, which means you're alive, which means you saw my message and made a decision, which means I have to stop telling myself you just didn't have time. You like someone's photo at 10:15, you're active, you're present, you're just not here with me. And the internet is making me a detective of a case I don't wanna be solving. Honestly, I know too much and understand too little. The data doesn't add up to an answer that helps. I know you were online at exactly midnight, I just don't know what that means for me or for myself. I saw you active at 2 a.m. and I put the phone down and I picked it back up. I saw you active at 2 a.m. and I started composing and then I gave it up. Because what do you say to someone who sees you and chooses the silence over a reply? I saw you active at 2 a.m. and I decided I needed to stop watching. Why? I've turned off the active status now, for both our sakes, but mostly for my mind. Because I was using it as a form of self-harm, watching the green dot like it was some kind of sign. The internet was never meant for heartbreak. like, or maybe it was built exactly for it. All this visibility with none of the access, all this presence with none of the benefit. I saw you active at 2 a.m. and I put the phone down and I picked it back up. I'm muting you now, not because I'm over it, but because the watching is making it worse. I'm choosing what I let into my field of vision. The algorithm doesn't get to be the thing that hurts. I'll unfollow slowly, or maybe all at once. I'll decide when I'm ready what distance I need. But tonight I'm putting the phone face down for real and letting myself grieve without the feed. Without the feed, just me, just quiet. The room looks the same, the street looks the same, the sky hasn't changed, but I'm not the same. I keep waiting for the world to register what happened here, to tilt a little, shift a little, to show some sign that the before and after are clear. But the buses run on schedule, and the neighbors walk their dogs, and the supermarket is fully stocked, and the world just carries on. And I know that's how it works. I know the world doesn't owe me its attention, but there's something about the continuation that makes the grief feel like a private invention. Nothing changed except everything. The world didn't stop for this. Nothing changed except everything, and I'm the only one who knows. I walk through the same streets with a completely different understanding. Nothing changed except everything, and it's mine to carry quietly without demanding that anyone else feel the weight of it. I called my mother after, told her the basics. She said, I'm sorry, love, and the world kept moving through the phone. And I appreciated her, I'm sorry, but it was 5 minutes and then her show came on. And I sat in the same room I always sit in, feeling the most different I've ever been. And the lamp was the same lamp, and the carpet was the same carpet. And I was a different person in a room that wasn't listening. And I know that's how it works. I know the world doesn't owe me its attention, but there's something about the continuation that makes the grief feel like a private invention. Nothing changed except everything. The world didn't stop for this. Nothing changed except everything, and I'm the only one who knows. I'm the only one who knows. I'm the only one who knows how different. We did everything that couples do. We just never said the word. We had our restaurants and our references, our whole vocabulary that nobody else had heard. You held my hand in public, but you never said what this was. And I never pushed because I was afraid of the answer. So we lived in this beautiful, uncertain in-between, like a song that you can feel but doesn't know what genre it's after. And everyone around us had their theories, and we smiled like we knew something they didn't. And maybe we did, or maybe we were both avoiding the part where we'd have to admit what we were living. We were almost something, almost is the word. A whole relationship that happened till almost wasn't enough, and we ran out of days. I don't know what to call this when people ask me. I wasn't your girlfriend, but I wasn't nothing either. We were almost something, and almost is the hardest thing to leave behind. I went through the grief without the public acknowledgement, because we were never public in the way that counts. Nobody brought me flowers or checked in properly, because to them it was just a thing that didn't amount, but it amounted. I want that on the record. It was real whether or not it had a name. The almost love is just as hard to lose as the named kind. The unnamed hurt the same. We were almost something, almost is the word. I think almost relationships deserve a ceremony, a proper ending with acknowledgement of what they were. I think we should be allowed to say it out loud, that this happened and it mattered and it hurt. So here is mine. It was real and it was good, and the fact that it was nameless doesn't shrink it. I loved you in the way that you allowed, and I'm choosing now to finally finish it. Finally finish it. Give it a name. Almost was enough. I'm very good at keeping a conversation going. I have a talent for filling in the silences, for asking the follow-up, the next question, the warmth, for making it feel mutual, even when it isn't. I've been doing it with you for 7 weeks now, and you show up just enough for me to keep at it. I'm the one who opens every thread we have, and you're the one who closes it without a habit. I started counting, I know that sounds obsessive, but the data was the only thing that felt like truth. 3 messages for everyone you sent me. I was the conversation, and you were the excuse. I talk, you tolerate. I reach, you receive. I show up, you're available enough to keep me. I talk, you tolerate, and I've been calling that enough, but enough is not the same as what I need. I want someone who initiates, who opens the thread because they thought of me, not someone who responds because I sent them something. I went silent for 3 days just to see what happened, and what happened was a lot of absolutely nothing. And the nothing was the most clarifying data that my brain had been refusing to be touching. I wasn't testing you, I was testing myself to see if I could sit with what was real. The nothing confirmed it gently and completely, and I let myself for the first time actually feel. I talk, you tolerate. I reach, you receive. I'm looking for someone who wonders about me on a Tuesday for no reason in particular, who texts first sometimes, who thinks of me and says it, whose presence in my life isn't only singular. That's not a lot to want, and I won't apologize for wanting reciprocity as a baseline. I'm closing this conversation not in anger, but because I deserve a thread that goes both ways this time. Both ways this something at 2:30. I won't tell you what it said, but you already know. I saw it sitting there in the morning light, and felt the specific shame of midnight honesty exposed. I thought about deleting it before you read it, but the ticks were blue by then, the damage done. So I sat with the embarrassment of being human, of needing something and letting it be shown. There's something about the late hour that dissolves the careful architecture of not needing. At 2 a.m. the wall comes down completely, and all that's left is the honest person underneath. I only say the true things after midnight, when the filter's low and the feeling's high. I only say the true things after midnight, and then spend the morning asking myself why. But maybe midnight me is trying to tell me something about what I actually want beneath the daylight version. Maybe midnight me is less afraid of the answer. Maybe midnight is when I should be paying more attention. You replied the next morning, matter of fact, like you hadn't just received my 2 a.m. confession. You were kind about it, which was almost worse. Kindness as deflection is its own kind of rejection. I said something like, sorry for the late message. You said something like, no worries, and moved on. And we spent the next week building back the distance from the honesty of what I'd said at 1. I only say the true things after midnight, when the filter's low and the feeling's high. I don't wanna only be brave when I'm half asleep. I wanna be that honest in the daylight too. I wanna stop saving the real things for the dark hours, and say them when it actually matters, looking at you. So here I am, it's 2 in the afternoon, and I'm telling you with full awareness what I mean, that I liked you and I meant it, and I'm fine that you didn't. And saying it out loud is the most honest I've been. Most honest I've been. In the afternoon, sober and clear and fine. I noticed the background changed in your last photo. Someone's couch that wasn't yours or mine. I noticed the same mug in 3 different stories, belonging to a context I can't define. I noticed you were somewhere on a Tuesday, when you were never anywhere on a Tuesday before. I'm not looking for it, that's what I keep telling myself, but the algorithm keeps delivering me more. You haven't said a name, and neither will I, but I've done the math on the recent posts, and the math says there's someone in your orbit who's making you the version of yourself you like the most. I see you soft launching someone new in the background of the life you used to show me. I see you soft launching someone new, and I'm watching from an account account you don't know I still open. I should close it, I know I should put it down. I should let you build whatever this is in peace. I see you soft launching someone new, and I'm soft launching my grief. The rational part of me is happy that you're happy, or at least it wants to be, and sometimes is. But the other part is doing the comparison between what you gave them and what you gave me, what it is. Did you always have that energy somewhere in you, or is it something that she drew out of you new? Did I just not have the key for the version of you that shows up in those backgrounds being true? I see you soft launching someone new in the background of the life you used to show me. I'm going to close the app for real after this. I'm gonna stop being the audience for a show I'm not in. You get to have your life, I actually mean that. You get to fall into something and begin. I hope the mug is theirs, I hope the couch is warm, I hope they laugh at the things you think are funny. I hope it's easy, I hope it's what you needed. I'm closing the app now, I'm gonna be just fine, honestly. I'm closing the app, I'm fine, I'm fine. Pass someone on the street wearing what you wore, stood there for a moment like a fool. The coat was the same color, the walk was almost right, and for half a second my chest thought it was you. In the afternoon light, I knew immediately, of course. The brain knew before the feet could stop, but the body had already started toward the stranger before logic could make it drop. And I stood there on the pavement, watching a stranger walk away, feeling grief for a ghost I'd made from someone who was just going about their day. I smell you in rooms you've never been in, I hear you in songs you've never heard, I find you in places you've never been. Because grief doesn't follow logic, and I can't turn it off. I find you in the strangest corners of a life you're not part of. I find you everywhere and nowhere, and I can't explain it to anyone. Grief doesn't follow logic, and mine is still looking for you. I was in a coffee shop last Tuesday, and a song came through the speakers that you'd have hated, which is the thing, even the things you hated are keepers. I thought to myself you'd roll your eyes, I thought to myself you'd say something funny, and I looked up expecting your expression, and found a room full of strangers, and the absence hit me suddenly, like the grief had been saving for the exact right ordinary moment to arrive. And I stood there at the counter, waiting for a coffee that was just mine, feeling you in a moment you weren't in, feeling the loss in the space between the lines. I smell you in rooms you've never been in. I hear you in songs you've never heard. I find you in places you've never been, because grief doesn't follow logic, and I can't turn it off. I've read that this is normal, that the mind creates presence from pattern, that when someone is woven into your daily seeing, their absence shows up in everything that matters. So I'm trying to be patient with the finding, with the half second of the coat on the street. I'm trying to let the ghost have its moment, and then let the moment complete. Can't turn it off. Still finding you, still everywhere, still you. Still you. First letter, your name comes up. I hover there, then scroll past. I've been doing this for months now. This daily small pretend that I'm looking for something else, that your name isn't how it ends. Every time I open up my context, every time my thumb goes hey, you're there before anything else. You were always there that way. I could move you to the bottom, I could alphabetize by last name now, but even that would be a decision about you, and I'm not ready for that somehow. Your name in my contacts, first one I see. Your name in my contacts, haunting me. Still the first letter, still the first name, a number I'll never call again, a name I can't let go. Your name in my contacts is the smallest way I keep you close. My friend said just delete it, said you won't even notice that it's gone, said people do it all the time, it's practical, said it doesn't mean the grief has moved on. I understood what she was saying, I understood the logic of the act, but there's something about the name being there that makes you feel less erased, less gone, less fact. And I know you exist whether it's there or not. I know the number's just a number in a phone, but your name in my contacts is the last place where you still officially belong. I could move you to the bottom, I could alphabetize by last name now, but even that would be a decision about you, and I'm not ready for that somehow. Your name in my contacts, first one I see. Your name in my contacts, haunting me. Still the first letter, still the first name. Maybe someday I'll press delete and feel nothing but fine. Maybe someday the name will just be a name and not a door I keep walking past every time. But today is not that day, and tomorrow doesn't look much different, so I'll hover and scroll past again and call it something other than resistance. First letter, still you, still there, still first. Your jacket is still on the chair. I keep walking past it, telling myself I'll move it tomorrow. It's been there for 3 weeks now, maybe 4, I've lost count. I rearranged everything else in the room, but I haven't touched that amount. The fabric on the back of the chair, like some kind of shrine I didn't plan. Like my hands decided without me to leave that one thing where it lands. And I know it's just a jacket, I know you have others, you're fine, but that one specifically is the version of you that's still somehow mine. But tomorrow comes and I walk past again, 'cause moving it means you're really gone. It sounds like such a small thing, a jacket on a chair, but small things are how the big things live when you're not here anymore. I've thought about putting it away, folded neatly in a bag or a box. I've thought about sending it to you, but my hand won't find the lock on the drawer where I keep the things that are over and done and finished. The jacket stays on the chair because something in me hasn't quite relinquished. The version of this where you come back and grab it on your way out somewhere. The ordinary version where this isn't the ending and the jacket is just a jacket on a chair. And I know it's just a jacket, I know you have others, you're fine, but that one specifically is the version of you that's still somehow mine. But tomorrow comes and I walk past again, 'cause moving it means you're really gone. I think the grief lives in the objects before it lives in the words. I understood the leaving in theory, but the jacket made it real in ways the conversation never could. It's a color I still associate with your shoulders. It smells like the last time you were here, and I'm not ready for it to be just a jacket again. I'm not ready to lose what it holds, which is you, which is near.